Many students at Pittsburgh State University hope today signifies the beginning of a time of unity. I'm Zach Dodge with their reaction to the inauguration of President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris. Coming up.
As states move into the next phases of the COVID-19 vaccine rollout, it's leaving many of you with questions about what's next. I'm Chris Warner. We'll bring you some answers.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Yet hear me clearly. Disagreement must not lead to disunion. And I pledge this to you. I will be a president for all Americans. All Americans. And I promise you, I will fight as hard for those who did not support me as for those who did.
President Biden's inauguration speech today was one of unity, calling on all Americans to work together to overcome the obstacles we face today. KOAM's Zach Dodge has how that message resonated with some students at Pittsburgh State University and what a local representative hopes will happen now.
My whole soul is in this, bringing America together, uniting our people.
A message of unity from Joe Biden moments after he was sworn in as the 46th President of the United States. One that gives Pittsburgh State University student Jared Bush hope for what's to come.
It seems like we're headed in a good direction. Hopefully we can just continue to improve, but yes, this inauguration is very exciting.
Students came in and out of the Office of Diversity throughout the morning watching history unfold.
I felt very hopeful to see such a large amount of change in just the atmosphere and people, and the sense of hope that things in this country can get a lot better.
Another exciting moment for students and Vice President of Student Affairs, Deetra Rose, Kamala Harris being sworn in as the first female vice president in history.
So help me God. So help me God.
It just shows that even in 2021, we are still breaking ground, but we still have a lot of work to do.
It's such a huge groundbreaking moment for us to witness history.
Republican Representative Ken Collins, who was at the Capitol in Topeka and plans to watch the inauguration later on, hopes the president's message of hope is more than just words.
He's calling for people to work together, reach across the aisle, talk to the people on the other side, which I think is great. And he is our president and now, so we should pray for him. We should hope the best, and we should, just like any other elected official, you know, if you agree with what's going on, let them know. If you don't agree, let them know that too.
In Pittsburgh, Zach Dodge, KOAM News.
That brings us to today's KOAM News Now Insta Poll. Today's question, how do you feel about our nation's prospects for the next 4 years? Your options are optimistic, pessimistic, or maybe you're not sure how you feel. You're uncertain. People are participating right now. You can vote at KOAMnewsnow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. Results are updated live, and we're going to check in on them again a little bit later in this newscast. U.S. Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri spoke at today's inauguration. The senator's speech focused on unity behind common causes.
Americans have celebrated this moment during war, during depression, and now during pandemic. Once again, all 3 branches of our government come together as the Constitution envisions. Once again, we renew our commitment to our determined democracy, forging a more perfect union.
Checking in now with Doug Heddy for a first look at the weather. Hi, Doug.
Hey, Dow. It actually turned out to be a decent day for us today, even though we had a lot of clouds across the region, and it was windy as well. We started at 24 during the morning hours and then 50 during the afternoon. Average high is 45 degrees. Still a lot of clouds. We've had a few random showers and sprinkles in our southern counties, but most of us have been dry today. Most of this rain will stay to the south of the region, but again, there could be a random sprinkle in our southern counties over the next couple hours. Temperatures not too bad. We're sitting into lower 40s, but it is still fairly windy. It's we'll call it breezy for us tonight. Winds at about 10 to 20, but not as strong as what we did have earlier today. But we're going to get a cold front that rolls through late in the day tomorrow, so that's going to switch the winds out of the northwest by tomorrow afternoon. Through the evening hours, we kind of hold into lower 40s, upper 30s for overnight lows tonight. A lot of changes down the road by the weekend. We're going to look at that here in a bit.
All right, catch you then. Thanks, Doc. States have begun moving into the next steps of their COVID-19 vaccination distribution plans. But a lot of people are wondering how they'll know when they're eligible to receive the shot. Well, KOAM's Chris Warner spoke with officials and providers in Missouri and has more on what you need to know.
Missouri announced it was moving into the next steps of COVID vaccine distribution. However, there's not any vaccine available yet. But that hasn't stopped the Joplin Health Department from starting to make plans.
We're waiting on the vaccine. Once we get that, we will put out a series of press releases letting everybody know where the site is, what groups are currently eligible at that time, how to sign up, so on.
The Newton County Health Department doesn't have any vaccine yet either, but they're hopeful some will be in soon.
We have been able to make our first order. We have ordered over 400 doses of vaccine and don't know how many of those we will get. We're hoping to get the full allotment and don't know the exact date of when we'll receive it. I hope that we'll receive it next week.
Newton County has also been making plans for distribution.
So the public can now register to receive the vaccination by going to our website, newtoncountyhealth.org. And we have a space there that you can send an email to administration.
Then they play the waiting game for the vaccine to arrive.
Once we receive the vaccine, those who are registered, we will make phone calls to let them know that we have the vaccine and here's the date that we're offering you that vaccine.
Missouri also has a number of registered distributors, which include pharmacy chains like Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS, and locally owned pharmacies like Stone's Corner. They also have an online registration option.
So as soon as we have the vaccine, we will be contacting people to let them know that we have the vaccine, we'd like to get you scheduled, and then give them time slots so that we can efficiently move people in and out, and so they will know as soon as it becomes available.
Pharmacist and owner Chad Isaac says there's an alternative if you can't get online.
You know, if somebody is unable to go to our website, they're more than welcome to call us. We can walk through that. We can do those steps for them so that we can put in their information and they'll know that they're on our list and will be contacted when it's time.
Newton County has a similar offline option. In Southwest Missouri, Chris Warner, KOAM News.
We're going to have links to contact information and resources regarding vaccines in this story on our website at koamnewsnow.com. Coming up, the Missouri Board of Governors meets to discuss the future of the Taylor Performing Arts Center. Plus, some area schools lay the groundwork for partnerships to help nursing students. Missouri Southern's Board of Governors met today to discuss projects around the school. Those include a plan to repair and reopen the Taylor Performing Arts Center. The board wants the project to be listed as a critical priority and to add the remediation of the balcony stairwell to the project. With that addition, the project would be projected to cost a total of $2.5 million.
Taylor Performing Arts Center is a really important facility to our campus and community. It has been closed due to some structural issues since July of 2019. So we are asking the state of Missouri through our legislative delegation to provide one-time funding.
The board hopes that with state support, the center will reopen in 2022. NEO A&M College in Miami and Northeast Tech in the town of Kansas, Oklahoma are partnering to create a fast-track nursing program. Today, the school signed a memorandum of understanding to develop that program. It would allow graduates of Northeast Tech to pursue an associate nursing degree from NEO at Northeast Tech's campus.
And so this is a partnership that we're both understanding what Northeastern Oklahoma needs. We have this fast track program here on our campus, and so this is a pathway forward for us to create another fast track to help the LPNs be able to obtain the RN.
The partnership would allow for 10 students to be part of the fast track program annually. Hey, don't forget the KOAM News Now Instapoll is open. You can participate right now online or through the KOAM News Now app. Again, our question today is, how do you feel about our nation's prospects for the next 4 years? Doug Heddy is up next with his complete forecast. And later, we're going to check an annual event in Pittsburgh combining a chili cook-off and a blood drive.
Well, it turned out to be a decent day for us today, even though we had a lot of clouds across the region and very windy as well. At least temperatures were pretty good, and they look pretty good again for Thursday and even into Friday. We are going to start to see some changes over the weekend. Rain chances will start to increase late Saturday and into Sunday, and then another wave on Monday, which could give us rain over to snow, and then some rain and snow chances again by Wednesday. Of course, you can always get my long-range forecast on my month-long blog. That is KOAM Newsnow.com. 42 is where we sit. Winds out of the southwest at about 20. Humidity is at 70%. We did get up to 50 earlier today, and of course it's dark outside, so our temperature is starting to drop back. 41 in Pittsburgh, Miami, 41 in Seneca. Webb City is sitting at about 42. South winds have been kicking in all day long, but we're sitting into lower 40s across the region, and the winds have been kind of strong. We had gusts earlier today at about 30 to 35. Now the winds are starting to diminish a little bit, but they're still kind of strong out of the south at about 5 to 15, and I think that's what we'll see tonight, and again what we'll see during the daytime hours tomorrow. Lower 40s through the evening hours. Eventually we'll drop back upper 30s later on tonight. A lot of clouds across the region, a few random little tiny showers, mainly in our southern counties. And a lot of that's not even reaching the ground as a weak wave is kind of scooting on by to our south and really hasn't affected us much except with the wind and the clouds, but we are going to stay on the dry side. So this system shoots off toward the east, but we do have developing storm systems out to the west. One right across the Pacific Northwest, and then you can see a little guy spinning just to the south of Los Angeles, and that system will also shoot to our south as we work into tomorrow night. It'll give us some clouds, and that's about it. For us tonight, we drop back upper 30s for overnight lows. We are going to have a lot of clouds throughout the overnight hours, but I do think we'll break out, see partly sunny skies by tomorrow afternoon, and even a little bit warmer for us tomorrow, even though the winds are going to switch to the northwest and northeast eventually. Still, temperatures are going to be a little bit warmer. 51 by noon, high temp, right around 55 during the afternoon. Still, we have the northerly winds for us tomorrow night. We are going to get some clouds. We'll drop back into lower 30s. And then Friday, a little bit cooler behind that next little system, but still not that bad as we go into the upper 40s for highs. Let's go into Saturday night. Rain starts to increase. We'll have on and off showers throughout the daytime hours on Sunday. By Sunday night into Monday, our next wave develops. And as this rolls in, this could be rain, possibly over to snow. We're going to have to watch that as it works toward us over the next few days. Last time this came through in our cycle back right around December 9th, it gave us rain with a little bit of snow on the backside. Then another system rolls in by Wednesday. This is going to be a stronger system. Also could be rain over to snow. Also last time this rolled through, it gave us a little bit of snow. So I expect the same as we head into next week. 55 tomorrow, 48 on Friday, 54 on Saturday. So Saturday looks pretty good. And then rain chances start to increase by Sunday. A little rain, snow, sleet mix by Monday.
Yeah, several days with highs in the 50s in the coming week. We'll certainly take that.
Yeah, not bad.
Thanks, Doug. Still ahead, the Pittsburgh Fire and Police Departments face off again in the Battle of the Badges, and how a Missouri woman was reunited with her class ring 40 years after she lost it. Pittsburgh Police and Fire Departments faced off today in the kitchen for the annual Battle of the Badges. Every year, the two departments compete in a chili cook-off, all while encouraging people to donate blood while they're there. The American Red Cross hosts the event to restock their blood supply annually. Because of the pandemic, this year's event was by appointment only.
Well, they can expect me to get here. If we're back, sometimes they have to wait a little bit, but they can expect to have a good time, some good food, and most of the donors know each other too, because we're all local people, so there's a lot of camaraderie here too.
Doesn't chili sound good? The blood drive and the chili cook-off will continue tomorrow from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. The winning department in the cook-off gets a trophy, and of course those all-important bragging rights. 4 decades after she lost it, a Missouri woman has been reunited with a keepsake that she thought was gone forever. And it's all thanks to a stranger in another state. Reporter Steve Harris has more.
He was on the 8th hole when Jackie Shower's husband got the call.
And he answers it, and it's a gentleman that came from San Antonio, Texas, a gentleman we do not know, and he asks if he knows a woman, and he uses my maiden name.
So Jackie and her husband Steve were skeptical. What did this guy on the phone want from them? Well, turns out it's what he wanted to give them. See, he'd found a class ring on eBay, Jackie's class ring.
Now, this is a ring I had lost in 1979. This ring is from Morton East High School in Cicero, Illinois.
So how did it end up in San Antonio? Well, for that answer, you got to meet the guy who made the phone call. Retired school teacher Richard Escobedo. His class ring was stolen in 1987.
I'd go to pawn shops, antique stores, anywhere where things were being resold. I would always look for my class ring and I would never find it. But I would see other class rings and I would see them and I would say like, man, if the owner only knew that their ring was being sold.
So this became his mission. He buys class rings and using the dates, initials, and school names, reunites them with their owners.
When I find an owner, I always tell them, you know what, I don't want nothing in return. It's on me. Because I hope that one day somebody's going to call me and say, hey, Richard, I found your class ring.
He only asks that they post a picture on his Facebook page. Class rings bought to reunite to rightful owners. So far, he's found 49 rings.
The day that I find them, like, I get goosebumps because I'm like, yes.
Back in Lake St. Louis, Jackie is overwhelmed.
It truly is very, very interesting what this gentleman does. And I'm grateful. He has a kind soul.
So how much did Richard pay for her ring?
$3.25.
And 42 years later, it still fits. Sort of.
It fits my pinky.
Richard, if you find my class ring I've been looking for, Richard's Facebook page dedicated to helping people reunite with their class rings has more than 4,400 members. Final check of the forecast is up next. Take some time now to honor a local member of the armed forces. Joshua Urban joined the U.S. Army in 2006. The Pittsburgh native was stationed in Iraq during Operation Iraqi Freedom, and we are proud to salute First Lieutenant Joshua Urban, a four-state hero. To learn about lots of other heroes from all across this area or to submit a hero of your own anytime, you just go to our website, KOAMNewsNow.com. Jordan Abbey joins us now with a look at what's coming up on our sister station, KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14.
Dow tonight at 9, we're going to have more coverage of and reaction to President Biden's inauguration today. Plus, a local business warns customers about a fake Facebook page asking for money. And online love seems to be soaring during this pandemic. Dating apps in particular are doing especially well. That and much more coming your way tonight at 9.
Looking forward to that. Now let's take another look at our KOAM News Now Insta poll. Again, we're asking, how do you feel about our nation's prospects for the next 4 years? These numbers update live right now. Optimistic, 46%. Pessimistic, 52%. Very few, only 2% say they're not sure how they feel. You do still have time to vote at KOAMNewsNow.com/vote or through the KOAM News Now mobile app. We're going to have the final results on this poll for you tonight on KOAM News at 10. Now let's check back with Doug Heddy.
Hey, Dow. Looks pretty quiet for us tonight. We are going to have a lot of clouds. We'll drop back into the upper 30s for overnight lows. 55 tomorrow, partly sunny skies, so temperature's pretty good. We do cool back down a little bit for Friday, but Saturday looks great, and then rain chances by Sunday and a rain-snow mix moving in by Monday.
Thanks, Doug. Thank you for joining us. Let's take care of ourselves and each other.